Beep, 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 beep.
Bam, boom, bam, bam.
Usually do. We
Nah,
try to,
yeah, like when we were younger, we liked our parents not to get beat.
Nah, facts, okay?
Not to get beat.
Because when your parent tells you, I know where you sleep, it's over. All right?
No. It's not, I know where you sleep. The best one is, remember, we live together.
Will it? Oh, no. Oh, no.
Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Chop It Up.
Chopping it.
It's your boy, Teddy, and
Tigre.
we have an interesting topic. But before we get into that topic, my fellow co-host wants to have a quick debate on what's better, pancakes or...
Waffles.
So why is it that you want to have this debate? Well, what's going through your head, sir?
Bro, it just came to me in a dream.
Okay.
Facts. So,
Got
as a matter of fact, that's why I wrote to you, yo, pancakes versus waffles. Which one do you prefer?
And mind you, guys, I thought when he brought this up to me, I thought it was metaphorically, like pancakes meant slim women and waffles meant thick women. But apparently,
Isn't it
he's
the other
talking-
way around? It's supposed to be the other way around, right?
No, because waffles have the curves, the holes and stuff,
But pancakes are fluffy.
depending on how you make them.
Oh
But
my God! Don't go to IHOP.
no,
That is
any pancake you make is gonna be flat unless you make them fluffy.
This is why we need to
And-
have this conversation.
No. This is why you just need to go to YouTube and look up how to make certain pancakes.
Can somebody educate this man, please?
For example, Japanese pancakes.
Are we in Japan?
Bro, it doesn't matter.
What do you mean? It doesn't matter. They have a different style.
Okay, how thick do you think a pancake is, bro?
Thick enough,
No, not thick enough. Show me with your hand.
bro.
How thick?
I want to say like this thick.
And how thick is a f***ing waffle?
I want to say like this thick.
Bigger. Bro, we'll go to the store.
Not now.
This thick.
Okay.
That's a waffle.
All right.
Pancakes, this thick. How is it that you make your pancakes, that you have them that thick?
Maybe because I get multiple layers.
No, we're talking about one singular pancake and one singular waffle. Pancake,
Okay.
waffle.
All right.
So because this is a waffle, I thought you meant this as a thick woman.
Oh man, nah. The also food.
No.
You want to know something funny?
Personally, I don't care.
They both. You can eat both.
It's not just that. They're made with the same ingredients. I can take pancake batter, put it in a waffle maker, and it'll make a waffle. Done.
I prefer pancakes
I prefer anything.
with what's the name of the syrup?
Maple syrup
Aunt Jemima.
and Jemima.
Who?
Aunt Jemima.
Angela Mima?
Aunt Jemima.
Aunt Jemima?
Yeah,
Who's aunt?
that's how it's called. Aunt.
Oh, but whose aunt is that? Like that's somebody's
What
aunt.
is the story behind that?
I don't know. I wish I knew. But anyway, now I think like pancakes.
Brief educational pause. Okay, back to this. So, pancakes and waffles. I'll eat either one. I don't think there's a winner. They could be made the same way,
Nah,
same ingredients and everything.
I think pancakes are better because they're fluffy. They fill you more. Pause.
Nah, bro.
And you can eat it with a different variety of
Variety.
There you go. You want to order with eggs.
So hold on.
turkey.
You can't do that with waffles.
I just don't feel like you can do that with waffles, bro.
Bro,
It's like fruits
it's-
and
No.
two strips of bacon and that's it.
There is so much variety with both pancake and waffles. But you know what's one variety, which some people will agree, that pancakes has never been heard of having?
What?
Chicken. Chicken and waffles. You ever heard of chicken and pancakes?
Not yet.
Exactly. You have chicken and waffles. And you can do strawberries, any fruits with waffles. And it's even more fun. Why? Because you have the little holes there, so you can put the fruits in there.
Nah, you're playing too much.
And if I make a waffle big enough, I could go to my shorty like, oh, I love your and I can spell it out in the waffle.
Oh,
You
wow.
can't do that on a pancake
Oh,
and make it look so pretty.
Nah, the only thing.
Granted, you can do it on a pancake, but it just looks more structured on a waffle.
Oh, man. Well,
Or she comes to you one day with a waffle. What? You have the best ever.
at least I can make my.
You gonna deny the waffle because you don't like waffles?
I don't know about that.
Exactly.
But at least I can make my pancake looks like a taco when you bend it, and
You can do that with waffles.
but they break.
No, not even. I've seen people do Mickey Mouse waffle pancakes. Sorry, Mickey Mouse waffles. Shake.
That sounded like making my waffle.
But no, so like, like honestly, like, I've heard this debate in many other places, and I genuinely, wholeheartedly think like, it really doesn't matter, bro.
You know-
Because I've made with the same pancake batter, I've made waffles.
You know what we're gonna do?
What?
What we're gonna do is that we're gonna leave it out to the audience to decide. Leave in the comment section down below.
Please.
All right, comment pancakes or waffles.
Waffles.
All right, because we're gonna be. If not, me and him, we're gonna be here for the whole night, right? And the argument.
That's what he hopes for.
I wish.
But this is not a discussion worth having.
All right.
Because it's just, bro, it's the same thing. It's the same thing.
For the next episode, right? Coquito o morir soñando. There you go, bro.
Nah,
Bruh.
you can't compare them. Because Coquito comes with liquor. Morir Soñando originally doesn't.
But can you throw some liquor into the morir soñando?
Yes, you can. But if we're talking just original, Coquito originally has to come with liquor.
Yeah, that's true.
Morir Soñando es morir soñando on its own.
On its own.
Y tú te estás durmiendo después de un bebecito.
For those that does not understand,
Morir soñando means die
dreaming.
sleeping.
die dreaming. It's die dreaming.
Die dreaming. Yes, die dreaming.
Porque
apparently,
If not, sería morir durmiendo.
yes.
No.
Shit, we should make a drink like that. Morir durmiendo.
Morir durmiendo.
Vamos a ver si le podemos dar.
Yeah, no, le ponemos una etiqueta ahí with the bear and the tiger.
That'll be interesting to make. But on to the actual topic. So today's topic is consequences of lying.
Yes.
And the consequences, not necessarily,
That is sponsored.
bruh. Yes, please cover that because I don't want them to sponsor me.
Yeah.
I don't care. Like they gotta give me 7 figures if they want me to put that. But consequences of lying. As to why do we lie to certain people?
Mm-hmm.
Why do we lie to parents, friends, and loved ones, relationship-wise? Why do you think we've lied to parents,
Well-
and we still do it till this day?
Well, we lie to our parents because definitely we don't want them to worry about our situation. They already have enough to worry about. So
True.
So we lie to them because we don't want to become like a burden to them, in a way.
Facts.
You know, especially when we got the type of parents where something happened in New York and mira, cuidado, all of a sudden they burning people in the subway. Don't fall asleep. Do you fall asleep on the subway? Don't do it now.
Nah, seriously. My grandma's always on some don't stand on the edge.
Exactly.
You see that yellow thing? Back up.
Back up.
Back up. Oh, and actually, she called me one time a little too close to the edge.
Oh,
Yeah, I forgot that I had just left her house, and I forgot that she was gonna take the train too. So when I was down there, and I'm of course close to the edge, like, Davey, ¿qué tú haces? And when I tell you, even with both my AirPods in, I heard her.
yeah, man. That's
Noise cancellation on and everything, and I heard her. I was like, oh shit. And I kid you not, as I'm hearing her little cart clanking with the metal and everything, I'm backing up the edge. Like, bendición, mamá, ¿cómo
Nah,
estás?
if she would have catch you there, bro.
Nah, bro. She was like, ¿qué tú estabas haciendo ahí?
Yeah.
Yo no te he dicho, mi hijo, la calle es tan peligrosa,
¿Dónde,
la gente es tan loca, tú no ves las noticias. Yo, and it's one of the biggest reasons that I lie to my parents, to my grandmother, my mom, because it's just, they're, of course, you know, I don't want them to worry and whatnot, but maybe it's because I'm a man that I feel like I gotta handle it all, like all on my own.
Yeah. That's true.
Where it's like, I don't want to ask them for help in any form or fashion
That's
anymore. Like now it's like, oh, okay, I have my own place, I have a dog, I have a good job. I want to figure it out.
At the end of the day, that's what we usually do. We
Nah,
try to,
yeah, like when we were younger, we liked our parents not to get beat.
Nah, facts, okay?
Not to get beat.
Because when your parent tells you, I know where you sleep, it's over. All right?
No. It's not, I know where you sleep. The best one is, remember, we live together.
Well, it's, oh, no. Oh, no.
Yo, if I
No,
was
I don't-
doing some shit, bro.
Nah.
Acuérdate que vivimos juntos.
So, I used to be the type of kid that would do some shit. And when my mom used to pull up, I used to be like, run away. Right? Oh, I'm out of here. You can't catch me. You know what she used to tell me?
Well,
Right?
vivimos juntos.
I wait for you at the house, and then I, no, dame aquí ahora, no, dame now, hit me now, hit me now.
Nah, of course, bro, because in public they're not gonna go all out, but at least you know they're gonna get it out.
Exactly, but
Like,
when you, but
on your
when they
legs.
get you there, bro,
in the house,
prepare yourself.
nah. The craziest thing is getting hit in the shower.
Oh nah.
Getting hit in the shower, you got that water.
Oh
You
nah.
you think everything is nice, life is sweet. Oh yes, I'm gonna play Xbox right after the shower.
Nah. Listen, I told my mom once, all right, and maybe you can agree with me on this one. It doesn't hurt anymore. That didn't hurt. Yo, she waited for me to get into the shower,
I didn't have to say that.
right?
For me, it was just the calm. There was one time my mom hit me, I believe 16 going on to 17. And funny enough, it's because I lied to her about something. She hit me with her hand, and it hurt her hand to the point that she got a little like a brace.
Like a bruise?
Like a hand brace, I think it's called. Because she hit me like so hard. And mind you, she hit me with her left. And I guess like the angle that she was in, she hit me in the back. Bang! She's like, you see what you make me do? I'm like, ¿Quién te manda?
Nah, bro, because listen, the way that it works is
Like,
that
who told you to hit me, bro?
if you tell them the truth, they're not gonna hit you hard. Or they hit you, but it's not that hard. But then, if you lie, and they find out that
nah,
you lie,
they go all out.
They go all out.
They go all out,
Te
bro.
voy a dar más duro ahora, para que siga mintiendo. Guachao, pa, pa, pa. I'm like, nah, bro. Stop.
Nah, yeah, like when you tell them the truth, you might get lucky in terms of like they hit you, like let's say with the belt, it's just 2-3 times, boom. But if you lie to them and they already know the truth, you're fucked.
Yes.
But if you lie to them and they believe it, and then they find out that you lied, oh yeah,
Goodbye.
goodbye.
Nah.
Goodbye.
Nah, man.
But nah, kids, keep lying on your parents. Avoid the ass whipping.
Uh-huh.
Avoid the ass whooping.
Yes.
Every African and Latino out there understands what we mean.
Nah, man.
Avoid the ass
I'm
whooping.
taking no chances.
Seriously. All the way. But of course, now that we're older, we don't want them to worry. We want them to at least think or feel that we have things figured out.
True.
Which is totally normal. It's okay, to be going through something and maybe tell a smidge of the issues, because like my grandma, being my best friend and everything, she wants a weekly check-in.
Okay.
So she tells me like, oh, see me Wednesday, Thursday, whatever.
I remember.
Come, like an hour and a half. And she doesn't live too far from me anymore. So that pushes her to like really ask.
Okay.
Like, my mom lives in Carajo land.
But she came here, right?
Nah, yeah, she came here already. She saw the apartment and everything. So she's happy that she knows where I live. So in case I disappear, she knows where to come and look for me. But nah, yeah, you know, like with her, you know, when she asks me like, "How's everything?" Like, excuse me. I'll be honest. Like maybe 50% truth.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
50% truth.
That makes sense.
If I'm really going through something, 20%.
20%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't gotta know it all.
That's what I'm saying.
Matter of fact, I'll tell you about it when I go through it.
How
Because
about
that's what I do. When I finish going through something, maybe like a few weeks after, we'll have a conversation and I'll know because God has to be him. Gives me a signal in a way like, okay, now you tell her.
It's time.
Where it's like, oh, the combo is leading to this type of topic. And what you went through is like this type of topic. Now you tell her the truth.
Okay.
Now you bring it up to her.
That makes sense.
Shay, what's the worst lie you told your mom? No. What's the worst lie you told your mom that you got like grounded so badly? And then what's the worst lie you told your mom, but that you got away with?
Well, let's start for the second one.
Okay, hit me.
Well, one time, I think I told you this. One time, it happened here. I went onto a party, and then I told my mom that I was staying on a friend's house.
The usual.
Yeah,
The usual.
like what's that called?
The usual.
The sleepover.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm just gonna stay, and to make things even better, I put my friend's older sister to speak on the phone to pass by his mom.
Oh wait, so she never actually met that friend's mom.
No, because remember back in the day we used to have like not I'm not gonna say like we didn't have cell phones, but it wasn't like that like we have it now where let me FaceTime.
Oh yeah, it was
So,
the flips,
It was
the Motorola's.
yeah, it was the flip.
The Motorola's.
Okay, so
Or
you're gonna-
landlines. Acuérdate the
Yeah.
landlines. Yo,
Oh, you're gonna sleep over there?
Anybody who still pays for phone service on like house phones is weird to me. I don't know.
That
why.
is very weird. And then the funny thing is like Optimum, they're still pushing for that, and I'm like, bro, who the fuck is that?
All of them, Optimum, Spectrum, Verizon, they still give that. But not continue.
So, you know, what I did was to put her on the phone, and then like, oh, so he's gonna sleep over there? Yeah, he's gonna sleep over here. He's gonna be fine. They're playing PlayStation. Oh, okay. All right. So don't go to sleep too late. Okay, cool. Clap. En route to the party. Whoop. 4:00 in the morning and still outside. Got away with it. They never asked me anything. You know, I just played it like it was normal. Now,
The one that
bro,
didn't get away.
I cut class. Not here, but in the yard.
Oh,
I,
you're wild.
yeah, I cut class.
You know the shit that they can get away with over there in terms of punishing kids, bro.
Bro,
It's
I
too
cut
wild,
class,
bro.
and my mom, what she did was like, she asked me like, so did you went to school? I'm like, yeah. And what I did to make it believable, I put my uniform on and I rolled on the floor like 20 times.
That's that hard shit.
Like through hollow, like like that.
Oh, you put layers and shit before she hit you?
No, but check this out. I was playing GameCube at the time, and she just talking to me. You went to school? Yeah. She's looking at the uniform. I'm like, yeah, I got away with this shit. She called to the school. Did he pull up to the school? Nah. But he's saying that he went. Well, I actually have the attendance here, and it shows that he didn't show up. Bruh. So you didn't. So you told me that you went to school, right? Yeah. All right. And then I see her like preparing herself. She got her hair into a ponytail. You know what I did? I turned the GameCube off because I knew what was coming. I was not gonna play it anymore, right? So I put the controller to the side and I just pull up and be like, "I'm here." Ka-chop! Yo, I'm like, "Are you gonna leave something for tomorrow?" All right. Thank you for reminding me. I'm gonna hit you even harder for just, bro. Never again.
Oh, you never cut school again?
Not over there. Over here, I was wild. It was a different story because over here, school safety, they be by the doors and you just push up and like, nigga, something up. Over here, it's a different story. But over here, like, once we got over here, like, my mom didn't care like that anymore, right? And I just went about my business. Yeah. And the older I got, the older I got, the better. I want to say the older I got, the better it get because I just didn't have to explain myself all the time. Like, oh no, Instead, I just got used to saying it is what it is, and just keep walking.
Nah,
Yeah.
damn.
So
The best thing I got away with was, funny enough, cutting school. And it wasn't cutting school, actually. Sorry. It was convincing her that there was school and that I'll be back home late at night because after the after school program, I'm going to hang out with such and such. So there was actually no school that day, and I never gave her the letters that they sometimes give, like, oh, give this to your parents. I always read those letters.
okay.
And apparently a few of us was, thinking like, yo, we should go to Far Rockaway Beach, whatever. Ended up going, having fun, whatever. I had my uniform in my beach bag. And when I got home, I almost forgot that I had to switch back to my uniform. Almost. Because when I got home, remember that I told you my crib had a long ass hallway for no reason?
Yeah.
So when you go down the hallway and you make a left, there's the bathroom. I saw myself in the mirror because we had a mirror like right there. So my mom could see like herself like right before she leaves. So boom, mirror right there. I was like, shit. Jumped in the bathroom. Fun. I put everything in my book bag. I put everything in my book bag and I just left it there. And I pulled out my pants, started taking a shit. Boom, she comes in. She's like, oh, when did you come in? Oh, like 5 minutes ago. The food that, my boy's mom's cooking is nothing like yours, Mom. I really feel sick. No offense to your mom's cooking, bro. You know who you are. But that, best thing I got away with. The thing I didn't get away with was report cards.
Oh.
I forged my report cards. I think it was 8th grade. Yeah, I forged it.
Even worse.
I scanned the whole thing. I used a PDF file. I reprinted it, everything Gucci, whatever. And I think it was the next report card where for some reason she pulls up. And it wasn't even that I was in trouble or anything. She just pulls up. Oh, it was like a parent helper thing for like a school event, whatever, right? And so this parent helper thing was funny because it was like, she didn't really have to like participate, whatever. So she meets, my teachers and shit, and some of my teachers are like, oh, he's doing good, but, that D that he got last report card, that C minus that he got last report card, that B plus that he got, he could do better. He has so much potential. Bro, I gave that woman A minus and up in that report card. Now, the worst part was that I didn't see it coming.
Which
I didn't see the ass whooping coming.
Oh, man.
No.
Oh, yeah.
She played it off like she didn't know nothing. Get home, bam. I kid you not. I'm about to sit, and all I feel is a sting in the back of my leg. I'm about to sit and play 360, and I feel a sting in the back of my leg. Bro, when I tell you, I just look back, and I'm like, what was that for? I've done all the chores. You've been to my school. I'm doing great. Oh, yeah, like that D you got in social studies. Mom, but I show you the report card. Really? I don't know where the hell you got that report card. Whose report card you stole and put your name on it? But I'm not falling for that. Such and such told me you could be doing better.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got an ass whooping right there in the living room.
Actually, one time I was helping a friend out, and he needed like a letter.
Oh my God.
And then his dad, he was going out with a girl, and he wanted to buy this girl like a ring or something like that. And he told me, "Can you forfeit a letter from the school saying that I'm doing good or whatever?" And I'm like, "Okay."
Oh, so he wanted you to type it up and shit for him?
Yeah. So what I did, I went to Google, and then I looked for the template, and then I type it up, right? And then I put like
memories.
yeah, I put like you know how the format for notary looks
Yeah.
like off, and I put the dates on like Professor C, a big C, which means Professor Me because of my last name.
Correa.
Correa. And I just a fancy signature,
He got away with it?
and he got away with it. And the dad bought her, get him the money to buy the ring, gold ring. Like remember back in the day when people used to go to jewelries and buy like chains with names and shit, like Johanna or whatever the fuck.
Sobeda. Argentina.
Argentina. Like,
Yo.
the
The weirdest names.
Jomaida. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, and then the guy used to charge you per letter. So
Especially when you wanted to bedazzle that shit.
yeah, woo, and then all of a sudden he was like, "Oh yeah, my dad saw the letter, and he gave me the money. Thank you." And I'm like, I said, "Let Chief, bro, he got away with it because I made him the letter and make it look like
Damn, you
professional."
should have charged him, bro.
Nah, cause so
Like
back
he
in
was
the-
your boy, right?
yeah, and his dad owns a lounge by Soundview.
Oh.
And even
Every
if
now and then you pulled up.
even if I go now, hookahs are free for me
Crying.
because of what I did. You know who you are, but yeah, bro, like hookahs are free for me. All nine. As long as I'm in that place, the hookah are free. Any flavor,
Damn.
like for real.
Now, here's
Especially
the
when hookahs are like $50 and you gotta get like propina.
Yo, bro.
So-
it's too much.
So I'm like, nah.
Bro,
get
I
outta
haven't
here.
smoked a hookah in so long, bro. I have not smoked a hookah in so long.
Me too. And I don't feel like right now. I don't feel like I want to do it. Well, I want to do it, but I don't want to do it.
Damn, it's hot in here.
Because when I look at the price that I gotta pay for the hookah plus la propina, I'm $75 on hookah. 75.
Ay, shit.
So
Oh, yo tengo que estar con una heavy. Con una heavy.
Heva.
No, con una heavy. Ya yo dije, la mujer, esa mujer tiene que estar heavy.
Okay. Así.
Ah, yeah.
No.
Como la mujer mía, yo lo gasto. Yo lo gasto.
Sí.
Yo lo gasto.
Bueno,
Está bien.
en mi caso, si se me pega algo interesante, yo lo gasto. Yo lo gasto porque si no, yo lo perro.
But shit, talking about friends.
Go.
Lying to friends.
That's a little bit easier.
Now, have you ever told a lie to a friend that later on you felt regret for doing? You know, obviously, it depends on the situation as to why we're lying to friends.
Well,
if you're a close friend, like the
exactly. I was
bro,
about to ask you that.
the,
Define
you know, the
friends.
homegirl. No, yeah, because friends can mean a broad.
Because if
It's a broad.
yeah, because if
spectrum
you
of
the
things.
nigga that just happen to know, bro, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I'm gonna lie to you for sure. You know, especially if you're asking weird shit like, "You went out, bro? What's good?"
Nah.
Especially, you know, back in the day, you know, y'all know what's up. There's certain questions you shouldn't be asking, and even now,
And even now, I'm just gonna ask. I'm just gonna ask you straight up. Are
you
you
a
good?
cop?
Are you good?
you saw that video?
Yeah. Are you good?
Yo, just tell them, yo, tourists, just come to right here in the Bronx. Ask them, are you good?
Are you good?
And when they look at you and say it to you, you say it louder.
Are you good?
Nah, he's setting people up to get beat up,
Bro,
bro.
that ass.
beat up.
You
But
don't,
nah,
you don't say that in New York, right?
you don't. You don't. Unless you're ready to scrap. Ready to shoot the 30. Quick fade. Say it.
Okay.
Other than that,
Don't.
no lo digas.
Hell no. But
No
yeah,
digas a mierda.
it depends.
So, a close friend. Close friend as in the bro, the broski. What was a lie that you told a broski, close friend, that you felt regret and then told them the truth later on?
So that's difficult because,
Because I've witnessed betrayal.
well, that's difficult because
Wow.
for me, I don't have a lot of friends. I don't. And the ones that I'm still friends with, then I don't lie to them. I just tell them I'm gonna just
You
be
tell
real.
them straight up.
No, I'm
matter
not telling them
if
shit. It's straight up how they are. And if they don't like it,
even if you look like an asshole.
yeah. Well, as a matter of fact, my best friend, right? He will tell you, him, he's an asshole, straight up.
Because you're too blunt?
Because I don't get two fucks. When I was with my ex, right? I introduced her to him and now his wife and the first kid, whatever. You know what? You know what he told her?
Well,
You're very lucky to have him, but just be aware, he's an asshole. And I'm pretty sure you already know that. Because if not, you wouldn't be with him. And she went, and then you know what he told her?
what?
Don't fucking laugh. He's a dick. I'm just letting you know right now. And I just look at him, do you have to be so blunt? But you are an asshole. And I'm like, yes, I am. Yes, I am. And if I
Nah,
call
yo,
him-
like over the years,
if I call him right now, he will just tell you, yo, am I an asshole? Yes, you are, you fuck.
I'm crying.
I don't
But
like
nah,
to.
over the years, I'll have to say, like, yeah, granted, when I was younger, of course, I'll lie to friends maybe to impress them. I'll lie to friends.
But then they're not, I would rather you say acquaintances than friends.
No, but that's the thing. That's the thing. I'm talking about younger.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
talking about high school, middle school days. Once I was out of high school, that line started going down
Super
real quick.
fast, bro.
One,
Yo, what?
Patron the editor is
Oh,
snoring.
he's snoring. I'm like, yo, what the sound?
He's not doing his job right now, but I'll put him to edit this video with a nice picture of him right here. Right there. But nah, like after high school, shit, the line got less and less. Because like I was saying, one, there was no point of it. I had less friends because, life be life and people, separate, they go their own ways and everything. And at the end of the day, it's like, where did everybody go? Mm-hmm. So the people who were still around for, like whatever reason, it kind of like made me grateful. And made me realize, like, if I feel some kind of way about you or something you did, I'm going to just tell you, And I ain't going to lie. I like getting a rise out of people. And the way you get a rise out of people is telling them the truth.
Yes.
Ooh.
You gotta tell them the truth.
Hell yeah. I'm going to tell you that outfit look bummy.
Yes,
Buddy, you better change it. Because I tell him that shit every time he looks like he just came from work.
Nah.
Especially on your goddamn day off, bro.
Bruh.
How you pulling up to my crib looking like you just came from work and it was your day off?
Bro, it's just that I feel...
Wildin'.
I wear what I feel like...
Wildin'.
What I wear...
65 degrees outside, still wearing his favorite black boots.
Shabba. Nah. But the issue is that's how I feel more comfortable. Like,
Nah. Bugging.
Now, today, granted. Today? I'm glad. No. today-
Fenomenal.
Hey, no, I'm glad that I came like this. Because when we saw it outside, yo,
That was all for you, man.
I would have felt some type of way.
She was calling you to talk to her. Y para decirle que tú quieres mamarle la creta.
Hey, yo. Hey, nah.
Mi amor, déjame mamártelo por atrás.
Hey, yo.
Don't say hey yo because you know for that one.
Nah, for that one,
you
nah.
saw.
Nah.
Don't play with it.
Nah,
Don't play with it.
Nah, I
you
even
wanted to lay in it.
Nah, I even got out of the coffee shop for that.
Exactly.
I'm like, hold on my order. I'll be right back. Give me 5. Boop. Pull up. Yo.
But no.
But she took the train. I couldn't.
Nah, yeah, she slipped out of your hands
Yeah.
too quick.
Next time.
But nah, yeah, like I said, after high school, it changed, you know, and that's when I realized there's levels to friends.
Yeah, there are levels.
There's the bros, homegirls. There's the, somewhat close friends, where it's like, oh, we check in on each other, whatever. Then there's the friends.
And then there's the one that needs the invitation to even come into the circle.
Who's that?
The ones that's trying to be friends.
Acquaintances.
Acquaintances. Yeah.
Yeah. So, so what was it? Bro, homegirls, close friends. Friends, I would say more so like you don't know them that well, but they're not an acquaintance anymore because y'all hung out a few times already now. Outside of work, let's say.
I agree.
Like outside of anything that puts y'all together, because everybody at my job, for example, who gets along with me, that's an acquaintance. That's a coworker. Bottom. Then you got friends where I've met those people, saw them a few times, hung out with them a few times. Some are even from work where, oh, okay, outside of work, now we chilling, grabbing a drink at the bar. Yerski. What's good, broski? Let's go. But over time, as you know someone, they up the level. They progress up. And honestly, shit, so you're basically saying you never found a reason to lie to any of your close friends.
No.
Because obviously acquaintances and those regular friends that you see here and there, maybe a lot, you might lie to them as well. Like,
yeah, I mean,
yo, what you doing, bro? I'm gonna go help out my mom. Psych. You're going to your crib to play some video games.
Something like that. I mean, at this point, the older you get, the more cautious you become, and then it's like
It's a killer.
I try to keep my life private, and
This apple juice got me feeling good.
Facts. But at the same time, it's like
Wait. I did put some apple juice.
There you go.
There,
But
the lemonade.
But then again, it depends on I don't have a lot of friends, but it's hard for me to trust people. So it's like, yo, you gotta prove your worth. So what you get is a lot of people that always want to know your moves and what you're doing and what you work at or what you're trying to do. I'm like, nah, homeboy, that's not a friendship. That's just being intrusive. In a way. So to me,
but that's the thing. Like it depends how they go about it, because eventually somebody who does want to conversate with you, they're gonna ask you those kind of questions.
but it's your choice not to answer them.
No, granted, but what I'm saying is you can't look at it hostile.
Like, check this out. Check this out. I got this dude that he's the guy who does the car wash, right? Johnny el Lavacarro. Johnny el Lavacarro.
And he asks you personal shit.
I feel like we're friends though, but we're not that type of friends where you gotta ask me like, yo, so where you work at, and until what time you work over there, what is it that you do? You're not at that level, my man.
Nah, you see?
So
you're reading it wrong then. 100%, you're reading it absolutely wrong.
Then he just worked for the feds.
No, not even. Because I've had friends ask me that.
But I don't consider him like, you got it, bro.
Listen.
You gotta be close.
No. Someone who's close eventually asked you that. You didn't just go and tell them. That's why I'm saying, when it comes to like certain questions, like a personal question, let's say, oh, how many siblings you have? Oh, you got a sister? Huh? That I would consider personal. Why? Because I do have a sister. And I'm very protective of her.
Yeah, I know. I can tell.
Exactly. Now, if you asking me, yo, bro, like, what do you do for work? You clearly asking me for a reason.
I hope you do.
No, but it's not because you a Fed. Because think about it, bro. I think everybody knows that the government already knows what we do, bro.
Yeah, facts.
That's why I'm telling you. You overlooking it too much.
Probably.
Way too much. If a Fed wants to know what you do, he just needs your name.
And your social.
Sorry, your face. Facial recognition, done. Pull it up on the DMV.
That's it.
Hey, yo, Jimmy, I got this guy here. What's his name? Show me a picture, boss. Done. They know what's up. But anyways, in terms of this guy at the car wash that you know for some time and whatnot, if he's asking you that, it could be a job opportunity for you.
I doubt
Why? You doubt it, but I've been in the situation where I'll pass by the job of a friend that works, let's say, security at another building, and they'll ask me, like, yo, what company you work with? Oh, shit, how much money you making now? Those are personal questions in a sense.
True.
But I'm not going to be on some, yo, why you asking?
I don't
I'm
tell
going to
them
be
that.
real with you. You know when you start worrying about those questions? When you're making 7 figures.
Damn.
When you're making 6, 7 figures. And I'm not talking about a regular 100K. When you're making 6 figures.
After taxes.
After taxes.
After taxes.
And I'm still not talking about after taxes 100K. I'm talking about after taxes 300K and up.
Damn.
Because now you actually have to be careful.
Yeah, facts.
That's why those people in those, you know, with those nice jobs in suits and everything, they consider it taboo to talk about their salaries.
True.
One, work relations can be ruined when you realize, you know, love this name, Jimmy the coworker has the same credentials as you and somehow makes 100K more.
Don't remind me.
That's gonna make you feel some kind of way. So that brings a lot of issues.
Or when you have better qualifications, but
And they make more money than you.
and they make more money than you, or they become a supervisor by via all connections.
Nah, yeah, but that's a different industry, bro.
Yeah, that's
you
true.
need unique connections for that.
Yeah, you
but
do.
like, if you're talking about a finance industry, granted, connections get you places.
Yeah,
but
that's
you still gotta know what the hell you doing.
Facts.
I ain't gonna put you, you know, in the department that handles a couple $1 billion and you actually don't know how to be an analyst.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what? What? Just because I know you and you know a little something, something?
Nah.
Connections can only get you so far in certain industries.
True.
In security, they get you far.
They get you far.
Finance, tech, depends.
Now you gotta show what you know, man.
Exactly.
You gotta show what you know.
But yeah, back to that car wash dude. He probably just trying to make conversation, see if he could, you know, get into what you got into. But I'll be real. The reason I say job opportunity, well, is that car wash his?
He's one of those dudes that wash his car outside
Yeah,
on the
bro.
streets.
He wants you to put him on. That's what it is. Anybody that I've seen work a job like that and they ask me those questions, the next questions after I answer the first ones is, how do I get into it?
True.
Because, bro, we make good money. For people in our industry, at the level we at,
I feel
we
like-
make good money.
I feel like at this point we're like top pay on the industry that we are.
In a sense. Because
Unless-
top pay would be, if you think about it, top pay, unarmed, $5 more
So
from where you at.
So
Don't say it. Don't say it. $5 more from where you at.
I agree.
From where you at right now, $5, maybe $7. To make it a cool, you know,
But that's hard.
it's not hard.
Who's paying that right now?
El Hospital de Cirugía.
David, don't fucking remind me that you say no to that because of the schedule, but that's another topic.
You would have said no to.
Well,
Don't lie, you would have said no too. Cause I was a fucking overnight and I wasn't for that shit. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, situation was dire back then. Remember?
No. Pero that's the thing. Remember, when I got offered that, we didn't know the situation.
That's true.
We didn't know when I got offered that, we didn't know the situation until like 3 weeks later.
That's true. But
3 weeks later.
But you're right.
Nah, yeah. Now, hold on. This is a very interesting one. Relationships. Why do we lie so much in relationships? Damn, I'm really singing today.
You're feeling yourself. There you go. Well,
Feeling hot. Literally hot.
So here's the thing.
Why do you lie? Why do you lie, Tigre? Why do you lie to the woman who loves you? Who gives you that a what?
Pac-Man 3000.
A what?
You know what? I feel like
5 years with you and you still lying on her.
I feel like we as men sometimes we lie to our significant others because we just don't want to get into a situation.
And?
Or as a man, we just lie to them because we don't want them to feel like or think that we are weak. And we just say what is gonna be better overall for the relationship. Think about it. Sometimes you lie. For example, I'm gonna use you. Sometimes you lie to your girl because you be like, nah, you trying to portray like
that I'm a strong man.
That you're a strong man, and all of a sudden you don't want to look.
No. Okay, granted, totally understand where you're coming from in that situation. But me personally, I think you're right. When it comes to, shifting the perception, of your significant other. Personally, I'll tell you guys, after you have a certain time with your significant other, they should know certain things.
Yeah, I agree.
A year, 2 years, a little lie in there when it comes to protecting your image. When it comes to portraying that you're a strong individual because, behind the scenes, you're, handling everything yourself, doing everything yourself and whatnot, granted. But after a certain time, it's like, some women even find it, like, oh, man, you could have told me that. I would have understood. Like, what I've been through. I feel like you don't trust me. Because that is also an issue that if you do lie about, your image after so long, it's like now, they could go back to you now and say, I don't feel like I know you.
True.
I don't feel like I ever understood you.
But
because you've had this persona this whole time.
That's why, well, you know this, but communication is key. You just need to be the more transparent you are, the more you're gonna be able to be yourself and put yourself out there.
100%.
I feel like, remember, and I'm gonna use me as an example. One of the what is something that I know to be known for?
Being an asshole.
That's one, but the other one is that I'm a man of my word, right?
Man of your what?
My word.
Your word.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I
thought you said worth.
What I tell you that I'm gonna do,
you gonna do it.
I'm gonna do it. It might not be tomorrow. It might not be, the next day. We don't got today shipping over here, but
I'm gonna be real with you. That's a problem.
I just do. I ended up doing.
Granted, yeah. Granted, you're a man of your word, but when it comes to an action, bro, depending on the action, you gotta give a time frame. Depending on the action.
It depends, exactly, depending on the action, because nothing fall out of the sky, bro.
Porque si la mujer te dice que limpia el jardín Es ahora mismo que tú lo tienes
Nah,
que
facts.
limpiar.
Lo trate. Muchacho.
You better wash them dishes.
I'll be
what
like,
she said. Yeah,
And watch her tone too, because si te dice, oye, te toca hacerlo trate, don't worry, baby, I got it. But not de que tomorrow, de que cuando empiece la novela.
No. That's why it depends on the situation.
Facts. But in relationships, I feel like that's one of the reasons why I believe I'm still single. You know why? Because
Too much lying?
no, it's the other way around. It's because that you know this. It's because
Because you're too truthful.
I'm too honest. And when I tell them the truth, on what it is, right? Oh, now, listen.
That's why. Oh, Jesus
However,
Christ.
even if I manage to cross that bridge, and they be like, oh, so they feel some type of way for whatever reason, then I feel that I have to back up, and that does not allow me to be who I am and be myself. I just walk away, because if I'm gonna go there to meet this person and I'm not gonna be allowed to be myself because I gotta like sugar coating and sweet talk. Nah, I don't like doing that. And if I feel that I have to do that, then it's not gonna work out. We're not even gonna, it's not even meant to be.
We're not doing anything at that point.
Nah.
You see, like in the very beginning, that's why in the very beginning, like when you're talking to a shorty, whatever the case is very. That's good stuff.
That's the good stuff.
That is.
Pineapple juice.
That is. That's pink lemonade, pineapple juice, apple juice.
Pineapple espresso.
We mix. We mixing all the good stuff.
What's the name of the restaurant that was like on the right side of the building where we used to work? 7 something. One of the bougiest place.
Damn. We'll get back to that.
Yes.
We'll get back to that.
All you guys need to know is that this mix is bougie.
Super bougie. The cups aren't bougie, but the mix is bougie.
Yeah.
But nah, in the beginning, we have to lie. Sadly. We have to, sprinkle it a little bit.
Try to impress?
Nowadays, yeah, try and impress, but not too much.
No, not too much.
Yeah, because nowadays, thankfully, I'll be honest, there are women that are very blunt and say what they want.
Facts.
I need a man with money. That's why we out here in Miami looking for a hoochie daddy. Sexy Red. Glorilla. Lotto. They got these shorties looking, for homies with the big bags.
Nah, Wait away.
Yo,
I ain't gonna
like,
lie, but hey,
is you paying for my nails or what? Yeah.
tomorrow's my birthday.
Tomorrow's
my birthday, and I need some money for my nails, eyelashes, and hair.
Bro, the guts on that woman that she texted you that. It's like,
Yo, I'm like, shorty, but
sis,
what? We just
I
met.
didn't even fully meet you.
Bro,
What is you doing?
nothing. Tomorrow's my
¿Qué
birthday.
tú haces? Por eso que yo te voy a decir mentira y te voy a decir que te voy a comprar las uñas para después, rácata.
Sisua.
Shwee, 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 shwee.
Right, coño, porque
And then all of a sudden you're showering.
demonios, bro. All of a sudden it's like, yo, nah, let's go. And I hate it. You know why I hate it? Because
Wild.
let's say you decide to play the game. Let me sit down for it to see how far this is gonna go.
You have to lie.
You have to lie. But
You
guess
have to
what?
lie.
When you tell them what is it that you want, because of the response or the way that they just jump into the conversation, now we have an issue.
They don't fuck with you.
They don't fuck with you, but they fuck with your money.
Because my money gets them weaves and nails and makeup.
There's an
Oh,
issue here.
what's the other thing? I forgot. Something else that they do to pamper. 30-inch extensions.
It's a whole list.
Oh yeah, 3-inch nails like Cardi B.
Bruh.
Lashes. Lashes.
Nah.
Why are you flying, sis?
Hello there. Okay?
Oh my God, bro. ¿Por qué tú estás volando, voladora?
Bruh.
Un helicóptero.
Bruh.
Bro, I kid you not. I messed around with a coworker one time because she came into work. Long ass lashes, bro. She was next to me and she was blinking. I was like, ooh, this refreshing air. She didn't get it, but everybody else got it, bro. She's like, where you feeling that breeze? Where you think? She was tight.
Oh, nah. One
But
time.
nah, bro.
One time, I'm in 125th and Lennox. And there was a fight between two chicks. Pam, pam, boom, bam, boom. And all of a sudden you hear, like, in the background, right? The eyelashes are flying. The eyelashes. My eyelashes. Wait. I can't see my eyelashes. I'm like, yo, you fighting right now, girl. You fighting for your
Get
life.
back to the hand.
Get back to
To
the
the
hand.
task. No. To the task at hand. That's how it goes.
There you go. And then you
Get
see
back
the
to the
wigs
task at
flying,
hand.
eyelashes flying, nails are flying. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Nah, but point is, it depends on situations, on what level you are with a person.
True.
Like in terms of friends and relationships,
True.
what level you are with the person in terms of like how much y'all talk, how much y'all maybe hang out and stuff
Yes.
like that. And yo, y'all ladies out there, y'all make it hard for my boy. You feel me? Like, not even an hour texting and y'all already asking for money, for
Yeah, 'cause-
nails and stuff.
because
And
the
it's
thing
like,
is-
so now he gotta lie.
Because the thing is if we were making this shit up, it would be like another story. But I show you the text messages. I show you the text messages because you were pressing me about like, nah, because you gotta be like that and like this. And bro, last week when I was here, I encountered the same shit. Right? What is okay? Don't let me lie. All right. What is it? What was it that she said on the text message? Necesito 600 pesos. Que se me murió un perro. Que el gato volador. Que now I need that money. I'm like, girl, I just met you. Like, for real?
And let me guess, you hit her with the 30 minutes on each ball? It's an inside joke, but if you get it, you get it.
Yo. 300 per balls. 300 per balls.
Per ball.
Claro,
Per ball.
Claro, bro. Like, come
I
on.
want them nice and shiny, clean them out.
Yo, but I haven't even seen you. Bro. And I showed you the text messages as well. Like, nah.
I didn't believe you. When you first told me, I'm like, enséñamelo.
Yeah,
Ahora
bro.
mismo.
Right here. Boom.
That was wild.
Bro, I need 600. I need 600. I'm like, baby girl, what's the function now? Because I haven't been there.
Oh, in that point, I'll tell her, yo, we got to do this and this. Lie to her and give her half.
Yo, but that's the issue. You go there and you tell them like, yo, so, okay, I got to afford you. What's in it for me? Nah.
Nah, at that point, if they're asking for that kind of money, bro, you gotta not even lie. At that point, you just gotta tell them, yo, what's
So-
up? What you gonna give me?
No, fast. And I did.
600 minutes?
I,
What's up?
I did. And guess what? They haven't reached out.
What is that, 600 minutes?
They haven't reached out.
10 hours.
They haven't reached out.
That's
So-
10 hours.
There you go. But I haven't reached out. So, nah. Keep it moving. Thank you. Vaya chachapiar la nalga su mamá.
Nah, yeah. But nah, consequences of lying, it's an abundance of options to pick from in terms of like what can happen.
True.
You know. With parents, depending on your age, you get an ass whooping. You know, maybe they look at you different because, you know, you're not telling them their problems. With friends, you know, you lose trust. You lose friends. And in relationships, you just lose the relationship or the situationship.
The situationships. Or you put yourself in a situationship.
That too.
Yeah.
But nah. On that note, guys, I really do hope y'all enjoy the episodes
Yes.
that we put out. You know, we're gonna keep this going as best as we can. Sorry for the late upload, but you know, we have jobs.
Yes.
And there's only so much we can do, especially when work is offering extra money.
True.
But please, 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 please be honest, be blunt, be straight up. Don't lie.
Don't lie.
Comment down below what y'all think, what y'all want us to talk about.
Yes.
Anything.
By the way,
Show some love.
constructive criticism is good.
Any criticism, bro.
Anytime.
We just want engagement at this point.
At this point, yeah.
Like, comment, subscribe, and show us love.
And by the way, I have a gaming channel, Twitch, Spunky Legs,
Spunky Legs, check him out.
right?
I'll put it in the description below.
YouTube channel is Spunky Legs. Twitch is twitch.tv spunkylegs/.com.
Spunky Legs.
There you go. Make sure you follow the channel. We're trying to be out there.
Out there in any way, any way possible.
We
So
outside.
right here, you'll see the socials. Follow them.
Yes.
And right over there, covering his big ass head,
Yes.
is his channel.
There you go. All right.
Enjoy, live, love, laugh, and have a good day.
Out.
Teddy out.